Now that there's a new Harry Potter series on the way, I wanted to make a series myself about every most important detail we can only find in the books, and that explained a lot about the story and lore of the Harry Potter universe. With details like how, when, why, where, and more important, who did or did not do things that we never saw in the movies, and of course we can only find in the books. So I hope you're ready because this trip to the Harry Potter world is about to begin. So in this first video of this new series, I wanted to talk about every single time Harry Potter endured and survived the 3 unforgivable curses, not only caused by Voldemort himself, but also by some other characters like Barty Crouch Jr. when he was teaching the same courses at Hogwarts as Professor Moody, thanks to the Prodigious Potion that, by the way, he was making up with hair he could get from the real Alastor Moody, who, as a disturbing fact, was kept there with no one, sunlight, food, or even human contact besides the times Barty Crouch Jr. went to get some more hair for more Prodigious Potion. Just imagine how to be there over your own ways, not for days or even weeks, but for months, while the rest of the world was living outside completely unaware, and not even Dumbledore himself had a clue. Harry Potter is darker than I thought now that I think about it. The fuck yeah, game. But alright, potion also made with some stolen ingredients from Professor Snape's private storeroom. Very interesting scene from the 4th book right there, that includes Moody, Snape, and Harry stuck on a ladder under the invisible cloak. But material for another video, I'd say. So the very first time Harry Potter heard something about the unforgivable curses was when he was getting his first one at Ollivander's, by Ollivander himself, who told Harry that it was curious he was destined to have that one when his brother gave him that scar on his forehead. Harry didn't quite understand, and neither did I by that moment, and it wasn't even mentioned the unforgivable curses per se, but at least it was the very first reference he got about it. And then Harry told Harry a little bit more about the day his parents died on Voldemort's hands. Being that, of course, as everybody knows, the very first time Harry survived one of the unforgivable curses, the killing curse when he was a baby. But Harry did not only survive that killing curse once, actually, not even twice, it was 4 times that Harry survived the killing curse, being the first one of them the one I just talked about, when Harry was just a baby. The second one was on the 4th book, in the scene at the graveyard thanks to the Prior Incantatem. That, just in case you don't know, is when brother ones are unable to kill each other's master, because it's not well explained in the movie. And that was the second time. So the third time Harry survived the killing curse was when, inspired and encouraged by his parents' projections from the Resurrection Stone, walked on the presence of the Dark Lord to present himself as sacrifice to save his friends, and Voldemort again failed the killing curse for the 3rd time to Harry, making him think that Harry could have powers he did not quite understand. And finally, the 4th and last time Harry survived the killing curse, as probably you already know, is almost at the end of the last book, when Harry and Voldemort were having a conversation in front of everyone at the Great Hall about Snape and the Elder Swan loyalty, finally surviving for the last time the killing curse. And again, just in case you don't know, it happened because at the moment Voldemort cast the curse, the one refused to kill its real master, Harry. And I guess you might not completely understand how it works regarding to wants and loyalty, so I'll leave you here a board explaining how it works and how that scene happened based on Jacob's very confusing wants loyalty system. But basically, Draco disarmed Dumbledore, so he or more likely his wand was the Elder Swan Master. Then Harry disarmed Draco at a Malfoy's mansion and got the Elder Swan's loyalty. I know. But that's how it works. Thanks, JK. And all the time Voldemort had the Elder Wand, it was from Draco to Harry, but never from Snape or even Voldemort. That scene at the Great Hall is the last time Harry survived the killing curse. And I don't even know if it happened there, and I don't care if it does, because in my head, this shit is not canon no matter what JK says. But alright, those were the 4 times Harry survived the killing curse. And fortunately, the only one he never caused on anyone. because the other two could have sent our hero to Azkaban. So I'll talk you now about the times Harry endured the second curse on this list. Or it would be more like survived or resisted? But yes, the Imperious Curse. We don't really have a reference about this curse on the first 3 books, besides the fact that it was already there along the other 2, and of course also on J.K. Rowling's mind. But the first time we heard something about the Imperious Curse is the same one you might be thinking right now. It was at Professor Moody's class. Harry resisted Imperious Curse, and actually very successfully, when Professor Moody was teaching how to resist it. And it was only Harry who could possibly do it. So Barty Crouch Jr. actually gained some respect for Harry by that moment, because no one else in the classroom was slightly close to make it. But how it happened, you might be thinking, because this part or scene is of course only available in the books. But basically, the part of Voldemort inside of Harry not only resisted the curse by himself, or kind of, but also let Harry know his will by speaking on his mind about refusing Barty Crouch's commands. Something that actually happened almost the same way on the second time Harry resisted the same curse. But instead of Barty Crouch Jr., this time it was Voldemort himself commanding Harry to bow before a fight at the graveyard scene, who interestingly wasn't able to properly curse Harry with the Imperious Curse, because the same part of Voldemort living inside of Harry once again resisted the curse successfully against a revived and in full power version of Voldemort. But how could that be possible? Actually, I don't really know. So my conclusion is that Harry's magic could have helped along with Voldemort's power inside of Harry, so that combined their magic could have been enough power to receive Voldemort's curse. That, or when you're as strong or as powerful as Dumbledore or someone like Voldemort, you can actually resist the Imperious Curse. Not naturally, but kind of. Because we have seen some other examples like the same Barty Crouch Jr. or his father that they caused the Imperious Curse on each other in different situations. They were able to resist the Imperious Curse and actually release themselves out of it. So that could be also an option. Or at least I can't think of something better. But what do you think? Let me know your ideas in the comments. Those were the times Harry resisted the Imperious Curse. But how about the times Harry actually caused the Imperious Curse on someone else? Because this course being as, I'd say, oh shit, this only has 10 minutes, really? Or not? But alright, those were the times Harry resisted the Imperious Curse, but how about the times Harry actually caused the Imperious Curse on someone else? Because this curse being as, I'd say, the least deadly of the 3 curses, wouldn't look so bad on our hero. And it was exactly in the scene you're thinking right now. But unlike in the movie, Harry not only used the curse on the goblin to get access to Gringotts, he also used it on some other wizard, a dead eater called Travers, and even cast the curse some more times on them to keep control. And after that, Harry never needed to use that curse again. Never. Never. And finally, the last and definitely the worst of the 3 curses in my opinion. The Cruciatus Curse. It seems JK wanted our hero to experience firsthand all curses in one single year, because it was at the same graveyard scene when Harry experienced this Cruciatus Curse, caused by Voldemort himself in a demonstration of power against his enemy to all his Death Eaters, making Harry think that it was like having hundreds of knives sticking every inch of his body, and we can actually see it on the scene. I got it. But then the second time Harry endured the Cruciatus Curse was when he actually learned something about it. All thanks to Bellatrix Lestrange, who, after noticing the terrible attempt of Harry to cast the curse on her, she taught Harry that in order to properly curse someone, you need to enjoy it. It's not only the anger and fury that would make it strong at work, but the joy of torturing someone was the key. So actually, before talking about the last time Harry endured the Cruciatus Curse, let me talk you about the only one time Harry caused this curse on someone. Yes, it is only in the books. Because after seeing the Death Eater, one of the Carrows, spitted on Professor McGonagall's face, Harry, without hesitation, cast the curse on him, throwing him to the wall and making him shake in a world of pain. Letting Harry confirm that what Bellatrix said about the curse was actually true. But then let's talk about the last time Harry endured the Cruciatus curse, and this time actually with no pain at all. Not even being Voldemort himself who cast the curse on him. But also, as you might be thinking right now, it was using the Elder One, who again refused to harm his real master. Reason why Harry didn't even move at all, or feel any pain, making Voldemort think that he was actually dead. And just in case you still don't understand why Harry survived this last time, to the killing curse, not to the Cruciatus curse, I will make a video explaining how Lily's protection went from Harry's blood to Voldemort, making him kind of a Horcrux of Harry's, and how the Elder One's loyalty also helped Harry to decide whether to come back to the world of living or not, along with the part of Voldemort that was the only part affected by the Voldemort's curse. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that video. But I don't know, what do you think? I'd like to know your opinion. I'll read you in the comment section. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you miss the next videos. I am the Dark Agent, and I'll see you again.